a young George. But but when you arrive, the only kind of dogs left are the pit bull dogs. Would you leave with one, or decide to come back another day, hoping for a different breed? Would the word pit bull scare you away? One thing that I have learned, that the word pit bull should have strong opinions. Well, a large percentage of our class had a very positive impression of the pit bull type dogs, the very overwhelming majority were very unsure or did not want one as a pet. Our class was also unsure if the word pit bull should be a banned breed. So why the discrepancy? Has the media's negative coverage on pit bulls tainted people's feelings about dogs whose main goal is to be loving and to also please their owners? When you hear the word pit bull, your thoughts might go immediately to violent dogs. However, truth be told, pit bulls are very loyal, loving dogs who enjoy human companionship and make a wonderful pet. Besides having my own pit bull at home, these are the following websites that I used to help me shape my presentation. One of the websites that I used to read about current legislation was from NBC News, and also keeping with the NBC family, I read on the Today.com website a very positive story on a pit bull. Today, I would like to give you a very deeper understanding on the impact the media gives on pit bulls, a discussion of the current legislation, and how pit bulls get attached to the owner and are extremely affectionate. Unfortunately, if you hear a story on the news involving pit bulls, more than likely something bad has happened. Never would you hear a story titled "Pit Bull Gave 100 Kisses to Its Owner Today." Because the media only chooses to report negative scenarios, pit bulls often get bad raps in the media because in their history they are often used as either bait dogs or dog fighting animals. According to Britannica.com, pit bulls display positive traits, which includes loyalty, dedication, and athleticism. Originally, these dogs were bred and trained to be very aggressive against other dogs. It is heartbreaking to see a dog forced to fight or to be used as bait against other dogs. It is the irresponsibility of a few bad owners who have mistreated these dogs, and unfortunately for the dog, they are made up of 4 breeds, suffered all because of it. And it should be noted that any dog breed cannot be mistreated and in response act aggressive, and pit bulls shouldn't suffer because someone forced them into dog fighting. One way that there was a show that helped change the very well impression of them was to feature them in a show called Pit Bulls and Parolees. This show centered around a very good rescue organization that takes in stray pits and they work to find them their forever families. This show portrays just how sweet and how very loving these animals are, and shows how they just want to be loved. This show featured Villanova's Rescue Center in Louisiana, and according to the Villanova's Rescue Center website, they are the largest rescue center in the world. People travel from all over the country to come meet the dogs and to hopefully find their forever family member. And now, despite the fact that the media gives these dogs a very bad rap. Let's view legislation involving pit bulls. Legislation against pit bulls formed out of fear and also misunderstanding. Town ordinances and also homeowner associations have banned pit bull type dogs. Thankfully, they are even supportive of the breed, who have worked countless hours to reverse the ban. One of the most notable cases in the United States involved a ban on the pit bull type dogs in Denver, Colorado. So they had the ban for over 30 plus years, and the mayor was in support of turning over the ban. And now, according to NBC News, voters were asked in the November 2020 election if the ban should be overturned, and an overwhelming 65% of the voters wanted to approve overturning it. This new legislation became effective January 1st, 2021. It was a big win for both pit bulls and for their loving and responsible owners. And then the group replaced Denver BSL, which stands for Breed Specific Legislation, who have worked countless hours to overturn this ban, called the victory an absolute historic win. Denver had another reason to celebrate in January. And according to Today.com, the first pit bull, again, was legally adopted January 2nd from the Denver Animal Shelter. His new family named Odin. This is a wonderful story for both dog and for family. In the United Kingdom, pit bulls have also been banned for the last 30 plus years. Sadly, a dog in the UK could be removed from the family home just based on how they look. If a dog is seized and is very lucky enough to be returned to their family, they would be required to wear a muzzle while out in public. Due to this legislation, thousands of very innocent dogs were either sentenced to death, and in the UK, and their family were very heartbroken. And according to the RSPCA, supporters of the breed have started a campaign called NBSL. And according to one Facebook group titled Save Our Seized Dogs, putting BSL to Sleep UK, they think that the ban should be overturned. This group is a non-profit organization which fundraises to help dogs of the families in need of some legal assistance as they fight to get their very loving family member back. This organization provides tips and also public awareness in both UK and the United States. Now, since we have seen the legislation involving pit bulls, let's look at the very loving side of these animals. They are kind, loving, and also loyal dogs. If you are looking for a fun, loving, and affectionate dog, look no farther than the pit bull. Pit bulls are known for being very playful, kid-friendly, and also friendly towards strangers. According to PebblesandBits.com, pit bulls are very wonderful family dogs. They are very loyal to their owners, great with children, and very easy to train. In addition to being a great pet, pit bulls will keep you in very great shape. They are in need of exercise of at least 60 to 90 minutes per day. And then the pit bull is arguably one of the most loving and misunderstood dogs on the planet. They are also the most affectionate, loyal, cuddly, and also people-friendly dogs you can have. And then in 2015, there was a actually positive story that actually made the news, and it showed just how alert and also caring pit bulls can be. There was a boy in Ohio who was having a seizure, and through the help of the family dog, the boy survived. The dog went to go alert the boy's parents to tell them something was wrong and the story was from dogtime.com. This is important to hear because it shows the love and also alertness pit bulls have for their family. And then each day, there's a very special day to honor pit bulls. It is the last Saturday in October. It is now the National Pit Bull Awareness Day. And now, in conclusion, I hope that all the information that I have shared with you has changed your perspective on pit bull type dogs. When you hear the word pit bull, your thoughts might go immediately to violent dogs. However, truth be told, pit bulls are very loving, loyal dogs who enjoy human companionship and make a wonderful pet. Today, I have shared with you a very deeper understanding on the impact the media has given on pit bulls, a discussion of the current legislation against pit bulls, and how pit bulls get attached to the owner and are extremely affectionate. And adding a pit bull to my life was one of the very best things that I could have done. I challenge you to find a way to get to know one. You can see for yourself just how very loving, sweet, and also caring they can be. Whether playing with your toys, taking them for a walk, or just sitting on the couch with her, my pit bull has added so much to my physical and emotional life. And I hope someday soon you can say the same. And now, lastly, I would like to show you a image that just sums up perfectly the thoughts of pit bulls everywhere. Give a pit bull a chance. You'll be glad you did.
Thank you, Catherine. Very well done.